Hello, language arts class. Um, our new vocabulary article this week is about tsunamis. So we are going to watch the background video together on this screencast. And then I'm going to play the audio recording of the article on this screencast. And then I will show your vocabulary partners, and you will do your partner read of the article. And then you're going to do a Google form to answer those talk about it questions, since I'm not there to talk about it with you. All right, so here will be our our background video, the cheesy one, about tsunamis.
Okay, let's get this press conference started. I would like to introduce to you Kira Coonley, world traveler and disaster relief volunteer. Ms. Coonley survived the recent tsunami in Southeast Asia.
Thank you. I'd like to start by telling you guys a little about myself. I've been lucky enough to become a global traveler. In 2004, I went to Thailand in Southeast Asia.
Did you like Thailand?
I liked it very much.
Did you feel like you fit in?
At first, no. I tried hard to fit in. I learned how to speak Thai, and I ate the spicy foods that the locals ate. But I was still an outsider because I was an American. I thought things might be better in another part of the country, so I took a boat and a bus to Tonsai Beach in southern Thailand.
Miss Coonley, did you see any sign of the disaster that was about to happen in Thailand?
I did feel a slight tremor, like an earthquake. But the biggest sign was that the tide went out very quickly and suddenly. I knew something big was happening.
So what did you do?
All of a sudden, we saw a wave approaching. It was a tsunami, a giant wave caused by an undersea earthquake. I ran up a hill to higher ground with many of the local Thai people. The tsunami was devastating. It killed many people and ruined entire villages.
Did you still feel like an outsider after the tsunami?
Strangely, no. The tsunami was terrible, but it did bring many survivors together. We all shared the same shock and grief over what happened. I made many close Thai friends in the aftermath of the tsunami.
What's next for you, Miss Coonley?
Well, I'm heading back to Thailand. I want to help my new friends rebuild their country after this disaster. I plan to help volunteer to clean up, treat the injured, and help however I can. Thank you.
All right. So after we just learned about the tsunamis and the background, we are now going to read the article. So you can go ahead and follow along on your article.
Tsunami. Online feature article. Open an atlas to a map of any continent in the world, and there is a good chance that Kira Coonley has been there. This young American is a global traveler. One of her most memorable travel experiences took place in Asia. In 2004, Coonley traveled through Thailand. She started out in the northern part of the country, where she stayed in the crowded city of Chiang Mai. In this Asian city, she looked different from the people around her because of her American origin. Coonley tried to blend in, eating the spicy foods and speaking Thai. However, she felt that her identity would always restrict her to the status of a foreigner. That December, Coonley journeyed to the southern part of Thailand. She traveled by boat and overnight bus, then made a trek on foot to Tonsai Beach for the restful last part of her trip. One morning, Coonley felt a gentle tremor. Everything around her seemed normal, though. Workers had begun their day, store owners were opening their shops. Beachgoers were setting out towels as usual, ready to retire in the sand for a few hours in the sun. At breakfast, Coonley saw the tide recede very rapidly. Suddenly, an enormous wave appeared and swept away everything in its path. It was a tsunami. Coonley and others quickly ran to higher ground for safety. They had no idea of how much destruction they would witness in the low-lying area below. The survivors of the tsunami comforted each other. They had been strangers before. Now they were united in their shock and grief. Kira Coonley's experience would enable her to understand that in times of disaster and pain, differences among people don't mean anything. Days later, she left the Eastern Hemisphere and went home. Yet, within 2 weeks, she was airborne once again, returning to Thailand. She wanted to help rebuild the country that was so devastated by the tsunami.
All right, so at this time, you are going to go find this partner, your language arts partner, your vocabulary partner, and you're going to reread that article just like we do every week. And then on Google Classroom, there is a form called Tsunamis. And these are those talk about it questions in that little blurb on the back. Okay, so you and your partner will submit one form. You'll figure out who you are. So if I'm Brian and Teddy, I'll choose our names, and then the two of you need to answer these together. Complete sentences the best you can and submit it. All right, I will see you all later today.